The common practice of taking urban campaigns and dropping them into rural India with minor tweaks is a recipe for high-cost failure. Data shows most respondents earn between 1 and 5,000 rupees monthly, with 62% in agriculture. Though modest, this stable agricultural income provides the baseline for long-term investments, making them a viable market for consumer durables. To reach this demographic, marketers must navigate the specific cultural logic that governs the village household. One common misconception is that rural purchasing is a strict top-down patriarchy, where the eldest male holds all the power. The researchers found the decision-making structure was not a strict patriarchy, but a shared responsibility. Buying decisions are made jointly. At the center is the grahini, the female household head, who is a pillar and key decision-maker. For household durables, decisions are reached through consensus. Elders and women are consulted, and the grahini's views are given significant weight. When it comes to personal items, women exercise complete independence. They make their own choices and visit the markets themselves to buy what they need. This autonomy is supported by the elders. In the local Dogri language, they say, "Women are not slaves. They have the right to liberty and can go out." Any strategy that focuses solely on the male as a gatekeeper will entirely miss the household's true center of purchasing authority. Purchasing behavior is also dictated by a cultural calendar. Religious beliefs determine exactly when major transactions can occur. 55% consult religious calendars before buying durables. High-value purchases stop during the inauspicious month of Posha. Daily staple purchases, like oil, flatline to zero on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Even services like haircuts are avoided. For outside marketers, ignoring this cultural clock means trying to push products when the market is effectively closed. Standard mass media strategies face a similar cultural barrier. In many cases, the audience actively avoids commercial content. 90% of respondents reported that they switch the TV off or change the channel the moment advertisements appear. This image represents the stylized urban aesthetic common in modern advertising. Many rural viewers find this imagery indecent or offensive, creating a gap between the brand and the consumer. When an ad contradicts the family's values, it doesn't just fail to sell, it creates hostility. The audience views these commercials as a negative influence on the younger generation. The programming they watch is specific. Agricultural advice shows like Krishi Darshan and long-form religious epics. These are moments when the entire family sits together. Communication is only accepted when it is framed through regional language and traditional modesty. Visibility cannot be bought with media volume alone. Brand trust must be earned by respecting the cultural sanctuary of the household. The market is further divided by age. Younger and older segments have very different attitudes toward the city. The youth are highly educated and aspire to an urban lifestyle. They seek stable income specifically to acquire modern goods. For young men, a heavy motorcycle like an Enfield is more than transportation. It is a symbol of masculinity and prestige. While the youth are willing to travel, the elders prioritize convenience. They want utility items available locally to avoid the logistical burden of city trips. Subudar Satpal, a local elder, described his frustration of being unable to source basic window glass locally. He noted that he would always prefer local buying to save time and effort. However, the city remains the high-status destination for major events. Families still travel there for marriages and social functions, ensuring they have the best choice. The purchase of a major durable is a collective effort. One respondent, Satkal, described how his family sat together, consulted neighbors, and finally decided to buy a Calvinator before sending his sons to the city to collect it. This creates a dual requirement for distribution. Utility must be localized for the elders, while major purchases are still tied to the prestige of the urban center. By looking at these four factors, we can build a fully reconstructed profile of the rural consumer. First, marketing must recognize the joint authority of the household, specifically validating the grahini's role in family decisions. Second, logistics and product launches must be timed to the local cultural calendar to ensure the market is actually open for business. Third, communication must be stripped of urban tropes and aligned with traditional values and regional modesty. And fourth, distribution must address a dual market, providing local convenience for elders, while maintaining urban prestige for the youth. These consumers prioritize long-term quality over a low price. They use their neighbors and urban counterparts as reference groups to validate large investments. To enter these communities, companies must demonstrate a social commitment. Purely transactional marketing rarely wins long-term trust here. Capturing the demand of the rural market is not achieved through overwhelming media volume, but through a surgical exercise in earning cultural trust.